Trello power-ups for project management, Trello power-ups tutorial for beginners. In this video, we're going to be talking about the power-ups that Trello provide us, and I'm going to be talking about a few of those power-ups and how they benefit you when it comes to proper project management. Okay, power-ups can be considered as integrations that you get in other platforms, but Trello's very own power-ups are customized. And trust me, they work like a charm. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be clicking on power-ups over here, and we're going to be clicking on add power-ups. Now here we have all our power-ups, okay? We have tons and tons of power-ups over here. Now obviously people love Trello, and I think it comes down to the combination of simplicity and power. It's beyond simple to get started, but using power-ups, you can customize it to no end and make it do basically anything that you need for your project and task management. Now Trello has over 250 power-ups available, many of which are pretty much completely free, okay? And you can create one yourself if you want to. So you can go on calls with hundreds of Trello using teams, and you're always going to learn about the other power-ups that they use and how they use. So while Trello seems simple at first glance, let's take a look at some teams that use great power-ups to bring some serious power into the equation. So to start things off, the first power-up that I'm going to be discussing is the card repeater. So the card repeater is a built-in Trello power-up, which is pretty incredible. Now, what does the card repeater do? So it says put regular tasks on repeat. So basically, it lets you create recurring tasks, and accountancy called Planyway also makes use of this power-up in combination with other automations to help manage repeated tasks for over 100 clients. Now, repeater cards are created in the to be started list on the renewal date. So let's say I've added this power up, right? So you can come ahead and check it from here. You're going to go into its settings. You're going to click on view power up. And once you click on view power up, it's going to bring you here. Now, once it brings you here, you can easily use it through the cards that you add. So let's say I'm going to add a card over here, right? There we go. So you're going to open up this card. And once you open up this card, you can see all your power-ups over here. So you're going to click on repeat, and it says repeat card. And you can choose the days that you actually want it to repeat. So let's say I'm going to keep it at 8:35. All right. I'm going to do that, and I want to see it at 8:35 p.m. And obviously this card is going to be repeated. So it's renewed, a Trello automation that runs to copy your latest checklist onto each one. This is where the bulk of the process is recorded, and people are assigned to most of the steps in the checklist when it's created. Okay, so this is an incredible and absolutely amazing power-up. Then moving on, you have another great power-up for yourself. Okay, now this power-up is called Blue Cat Forms. So I'm going to come here and write it, Blue Cat Forms. So basically, Blue Cat Forms is for, making forms. It's a simple way to get started adding your forms to your Trello boards. And basically, by using Blue Cat Forms, you have a clear and transparent way to gather the required information from your clients. You can use dropdowns to limit the possible responses and set fields as required so the details can be skipped, okay? So what you're going to do is, again, click on Add. And once you click on Add, what's going to happen is it's going to bring you to the Blue Cat Form power up, where it's actually going to give you the subscription and everything. This isn't so much a free form, but trust me, it works incredibly. So let's say I'm going to go on this card, and once you go on this card, you're going to go to your power ups, and you're going to get a form power up over here where you can actually create forms for your clients and for yourself if you want to. And moving on, another great power-up that you can get is list limits. So list limits, again, is a built-in power-up that a lot of people use. Now, you can set a limit on your list to highlight them. If the number of card, it passes the limit. So you're going to come here. And once you're into the list limit section, what you can do is you can add your very own limit onto your lists. It's pretty incredible, and it's pretty nice on how easily you can go and add limits, and you can actually compile it with your forms as well. Now, list limits is a personal pick for everyone because it can be useful for teams, but you can use it on your main personal board as well. It lets you set an ideal maximum number of cards for a list so you don't overdo it on the different tasks that you have, okay? And you can use it in different ways. You can use it with repeat and use it with dependency. You can use it for doing or to do tasks as well as other tasks. Now, another great power up is called Planyway. Now, Planyway, what does Planyway actually do? So what this helps you to do is you can plan different work at different times. It's type of a calendar, you could say. So you could plan different things on a timeline for yourself, and it's type of a calendar. It's great for content calendars or resource planning. And you can, use a content marketing agency with this, and you can use any other processes that you have when it comes to time dependent workflows, okay? And you can use it in different ways for yourself and in different regimens. Now, as you can see, I set the repeat timer over here, and you can see over here it repeated the task that I told it to repeat. Pretty easy and pretty fun, right? So in this task, we can also go ahead and add more power-ups for ourselves if we want to. And these power-ups, first of all, is called dependency, where you can add a dependency on a card, basically. So you can make this card dependent on this card. So if this card shifts over here, this card will shift to another group as well. That's what dependency does for you. Then moving on, you can add in an estimation of how much estimated workflow or how much estimated time it will take a person to do this, which is why the person needs to hurry on and make the work, repeated and regimen. So one last power up that I would like to state is Zapier. Now, Zapier is the father of all automations and power ups, and it's in compliance with the proper Zapier company. And if you add this power up for yourself, you can actually come over here and add your very own Zapier reports if you would, obviously want to do that. So what Zapier does is create automations for your tasks and for your boards. And Zapier is one of the best power-ups that you can get for yourself, because you can see you can get tons and tons of automations for your workflow. So let's say you can create a new Trello card from your Google Calendar events, or maybe create Trello cards from new saved Slack messages. So any Slack message that you get, you can create a new Zapier card out of that Slack message. So that's how Zapier pretty much operates. It helps you, get a proper workflow running, and it helps you do things that you can do, but you shouldn't do, because if an automated bot is helping you do it, it will just save you a lot of time and make your working silky smooth and really fun to have. So let's say I'm going to go to this Zapier automation. Okay. Once we go to this, make sure you're logged into your Zapier account. And once you log in, you can easily start going ahead and creating different repeats and different types of things for yourself. Now, do you know this, that not every power up works with every card? It should have specific types of requirements that you can check in the power up settings, okay, right over here. So let's say we have Planyway, or maybe we have Timeline over here, that you can actually view the power up and you can see the requirements, okay? There's different set requirements. So it says visualize projects and deadlines, manage team workload, track time, but it needs to have proper members and proper delay lines on it. So to use Planyway, I'm going to have to use proper members on it. And to get all of these things, you're going to want to fulfill the requirements, and then finally start getting your reports on Planyway in whatever way you require. It's pretty incredible on how power-ups will help you achieve the fast workflow you're looking for. And it's really fun using all these things all together. So yeah, that's the main idea of Trello's power-ups, and those are the main power-ups that not only me, but many people use. So I would definitely urge you users out there to use this for yourself and get the proper working workflow. So yeah, let me know down in the comments which power-up works best for you and which one you chose from my video. And that's pretty much all from me. Drop down a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.